All right, so as promised, here's the update to our Gold Paladin deck. We made some changes, so it's time for a new video. All right, so going over the threes, we're still running 4 copies of our boy Percival. Best Legion we got right now. When you leggy on, you look at top 4 cards called Liberator. Amazing, sets up a field lets you get all the combo pieces you need. Next, we're still running the 1 copy of our boy, the Fridge Monarch Sanctuary Alfredo. This is just for our Link Mode Joker matchups. This is really about it, guys. I've debated putting in a second one, but it's still good at 1. I might do it just for some walls, maybe try to get some extra crits off on kids, but I very rarely, I think I've only used this skill maybe like twice outside of a Link Joker matchup. That's about it. You gotta really go for it, but we need something to deal with Link Jokers. We need something. Next, we got 4 copies of our boy Zenith. This is our heal trigger. This is our combo piece for our blaster blade, and our big finisher for the end, right? When you use that limit break, you get to attack the Vanguard, counter blast 1, put a rear guard back, call top card of your deck, give it 10k. You know, when he's on rear guard, you know, you get to put him back for your blaster blade. That's really about it. He's just for looping our blaster blades, making sure they're searchable. Essentially, anytime you get them right, it's our blaster blade. It's the best heal that we can get, really. Next, we are running a very important grade 3, our Garmor. Now, we're still running 4 copies of the Boyle. He has just gone up on how important he is right now, though. With Perditions adding to the slew of blasters you have to face on ladder right now. This guy is just, he's too valuable. He's too valuable. With Perditions being able to clear your front row and inflict the damage, his ability to protect your rear guards from being retired, you can't compromise, I think, really. But yeah, his limit break, counter blast 2, call top card of your deck to an open rear guard, repeat its effect until you have no rear guard, or empty rear guards, I should say. But yeah, the main reason for running this is this effect here when placed. So when you ride him, you get to protect all of your Liberator rear guards from being retired or losing their intercept by an opponent's card effect, right? So they Perdition, the counter blaster 2, all they're doing is inflicting a damage to you if you're at 4 or below, right? But you get to keep your blocks up, so it really does help minimize that. And then he can put a card back when he attacks to get 5k. So it's perfect for bouncing back really early Zeniths, or maybe you got too many Percivals, or you know, you got the Fridge too soon, right? But next, our 2s. Of course, we're running 4 copies of Aglavale, probably one of the best grade 2s we're ever gonna get. When this unit is placed on rear guard, you get to look at the top 3 cards for a counterblast, and it's called a Liberator. Same thing as Percival, except, you know, he's 3, Percival's 4, right? Really good for just setting up the field. Really good for the turn 2 rush, right? We've done that a couple of times, and it's to great success, Boyles. Definitely give it a try. Next, 4 copies of our Trumpeter. Again, this is just combo piece for our blaster blades. So if you got one in the soul, one in the drop, you play her on rear guard. You get to shuffle it back, call the top card to an empty rear guard. It's just it's a free call, really. That's about it. Then, of course, the man himself, 4 copies of Blaster Blade Liberator. When he is placed, Vanguard, rear guard, counter blast 2, retire one of your opponent's rear guards. Perfect for sniping, perfect for getting rid of any pesky boosters or intercepts, really. It's just good pressure, too. Just great pressure. You get to keep retiring, keep pushing. Obviously, you know, it's Blaster Blade, right? And then, of course, I finally got myself a 12k, boys. So if your Vanguard's a Liberator, this unit gets +3. You finally got a 12k to replace that Trumpeter that we weren't really using. It's been pretty good. It's pretty good. He helps make nice columns. Next, our grade 1s. Obviously, very important grade 1. We got Balin, our Blaster Blade support boy. So when Blaster Blade is played in the same column as him, you get to counter charge 1, essentially making Blaster Blade a counter blast 1 for the turn. But it really helps deal with how heavy this deck can be sometimes. You know, if you start spamming a bit too hard, it helps get it back. Then, of course, I'll save Homeboy for last. We got 3 copies of Josephus here. This is just to help, you know, Soul Blast, get Legion mates out of the Soul, in case you're re-legioning, and just help build the hand up a bit there. This is just your draw engine for the deck, alright? And then, of course, we got 4 of our Halo Liberator marks, our PGs. Got to run 4 PGs, self-explanatory. And then our change to the deck for our grade 1 lineup is, of course, our Barkles, as you boys can tell. You guys convinced me on stream to give them a try. So we switched out one of our Zorns, and then we switched out one Josephus as well to make room. Because I found it would be a little too much Josephus, you know, with 4 copies. So, but we've been running Vangaurd Liberator. So, just real quick, when this unit boosts a Blaster Blade Liberator and the attack hits a Vanguard, look at 3 cards from the top of your deck and call Liberator as rest. This is just to help fill the field. That's really it. You can do some stuff with it. You know, if you manage to land a Gancelot Zenith, you can call a Blaster Blade, which lets you get another attack. It is really good. It is really good. And it gives your opponent something to think about too, right? Since you really don't need the Vanguard to hit in this deck right now, you can afford to let Blaster Blade do it, and you get a free call. The only thing you gotta watch out for is mandatory. So the attack hits, you are gonna call something. You are gonna look. You have to do it. So just keep that in mind, just in case you got a nice feel of something and you don't want to mess it up. I've done it a couple times, and it has cost me a little bit, boys, a little bit. And then we are running the Spring Breeze Messenger as our starter. When this unit is he boosts and hits with the Vanguard. My God, I'm having a hard time reading these cards. Kind of less one, put this unit into the soul and look at 3 cards from the top of your deck and call a card. This is kind of like our boy Vangaurd, but the only difference is this card doesn't come in as rest. So this is another guaranteed extra attack if done correctly, right? There's been a couple of times where we have whiffed and we got some 1s in that, but for the majority, you're always going to find an extra attacker. Generally like to save this to kind of go in as like an extra poke for a PG. Say you're putting your opponent to 5th damage, so I'll let the Vanguard do it. Let Spring Breeze go off, and then you get to pull a PG on that turn, and then hopefully maybe, you know, you set them up with some Blaster Blades afterwards and finish them off, right? And then we're running 1 critical, 8 draws, and 4 heals on the deck. Honestly, guys, the crit's spice. The crit is just for spice. If you were to do this, you wanted it to be competitive, whatever, right? I would just switch that out, put the draw in, and just rock it like that. But you know me, that extra crit, it's done some things, guys. It's cost me some games too, but you know, that's the gamble you take. But there you go, guys. That is the updated Gold Paladin deck. If you guys are enjoying the content, make sure to hit that like, hit that sub, and let me know if there's a deck profile you guys want to see coming out next. I already got one in mind, but let me know down below what you guys want to see. So that's it for me, guys. I'm going to let the showcase play out so you can see the new deck in action. And until next time, guys, I'll catch you in the next one.